Welcome to Legally, an AI-based compliance management software which will make it easy to track all your compliances, penalties, and cases for all your entities and clients at one place. Let's start with the demo. Legally is India's only software that provides features for effective management of data and compliances in CA firm. Its most advanced technology does 75% of the tracking work for you. Its key features include track not only compliances but penalties and cases as well. Automatic tracking, store your data files, shared access and different access levels, completely CES based, upcoming board meeting modules, upcoming GST health tracking, upcoming track my trademark, and many other never seen before features. Let's dive in. First, you have to create your sign up. After signing into Legally, you'll be directed to the main dashboard, which you can see is trendy and an intuitive design. Here you'll find all the entities which are added for tracking compliance at one place, and also the shared entities. For tracking compliances, first you have to add an entity, and let me show you how. To add an entity, click on Add New, in which you have to write the name and select entity type. In the case of a company and LLP, it will ask you to add your CIN or LLPIN number. After adding an entity, it will show you many options for that particular entity on the left bottom in bulk, like Manage Entity, Registrations, Compliances, and Reports. Let's check it out one by one. In Manage Entity, you can add basic details, share capital and shareholders, KMP and employees, ownership, membership, and my documents. It is not important to update every segment, but it will be maintained as a permanent file for all your clients, as being professionals for each client. In registrations, you can add all registration numbers of the entity in one page. Click on Manage to add GST number, and in case you have more than one GST number, you can add it within that entity. This is how the software works. You have to first add entity and registration within that entity. When you add registration, it will be automatically make some compliances applicable on it. Just like when I added this GST number, I can click on configure and see what compliances have been made applicable on it. If you wish to change the compliances applicable to you for any particular registration, you can click on manage and click on configure. Then you will be redirected to all the compliances of the registration, and you can configure the compliances there. After every change, make sure to click on the save button. Clicking on compliances, we can check any particular compliance and all the due dates including extensions. In this, it is simpler to find any particular compliance by selecting the status, law type, date, and even compliance. Click on mark filled after the compliance is filed. In case of GST, TDS, and income tax, it will be done automatically by the software. And you can also upload the documents by clicking on Enter Details. If you wish to add any other compliance that is not available, you can contact us at support@legally.com or reach out to your dedicated executive and we will add it for you. Whenever you file a compliance in government portal, it will automatically reflect as filed on your dashboard within 24 hours. After tracking your compliances, if you wish to export the compliance calendar of a particular entity for the records or for the sharing purpose, this is how to do it. First, select the entity from your dashboard. Now click on Compliance View, which will open its compliance calendar. Here you can see the blue button as Export. Just click on this and your compliance calendar will be exported. There are multiple filters on this page like entity, status, group, and compliance. Wherever data your filter will be exported on clicking the export button. You'll be automatically redirected to a new page as My Exports, where you can download the exported file by clicking on Download File. Proceeding to the next button, Reports. Penalty summary with all the financial year, quarter, or all the form types. Challan summary with all the challan filed, and you can also enter the amount for the challan you paid for. There are other reports for ESI and incoming reports for your income tax cases and trademark. Income tax cases. To view all the income tax cases of an entity, click on View e-proceedings under income tax reports, and it will take you to a page where all the proceedings are listed. Within each proceedings, there are multiple communications. So now to view those communications, click on View Communications and all documents will appear. Just download the file and check your income tax cases. 26AS. After this, under income tax reports, only you will find an option to view form 26AS. Click on this and you will have all the 26AS forms till now. Just download the file you want to check and it will open right away. These were the features for a particular entity. Now let's move to the extraordinary feature of this software, which is making your compliance tracking fast and accurate. Click on this green button which says Analytics. It will redirect you to a new tab where you can again see your all added entities. But this time, you don't have to select any particular entity to track its compliances. We have made a separate dashboard specially for CAs in which they can check all the compliances, which includes all the filed, upcoming and overdue compliances. It is a month-wise chart of all the compliances of all the added entities. And in this, you can select the financial year, can select a particular compliance and even check all the overdue compliances of all the entities at once. It will show a dash for upcoming dates and it will show NA for inapplicable compliances, a green tick for the completed one and red cross for incompleted. It's a real-time data update and yes, it saves a lot of time as compared to collecting and preparing data in Excel sheets. It will give you a bird's-eye view of all the compliances applicable on all the entities you added. The next option is Compliance Overview, in which you can select the financial year you want to check, the number of compliances applicable on an entity. Now click on TDS Penalties. It's a vital feature of all the software which automatically shows your TDS penalties if any. It will show you the amount which is payable as a penalty individually of all the entities added. Now let me tell you how to enable or disable any compliance you want to in bulk. Click on Entity Compliance Manager. In this, there is a bar where you can select a compliance that you want to enable or disable. After selecting a compliance, you will see all the entities will appear that you have added with an on and off button on the right. By clicking on the button, you can simply make a compliance applicable or inapplicable. Now we click on TDS challans to view all the challans of every entity with total number of challans unfiled and percentage of challans filed. To view all the compliances which are applicable in the current year, just click on the next option which says Current Year Compliance Details. It will show you the number of compliances filed and not filed in this year by just selecting a particular entity over here. Just want to check all the compliances that are applicable on all the entities at once. Just click on Compliance Applicable. It will list all the compliances that are applicable in front of any entity. In the employee option, you can see the number of employees added to an entity. To record employees count of all the entities added, now to see all the extended dates of all the applicable compliances, click on this Extended Dates option and it will show you the name of the compliance with its period and extended date. The last and the special feature of this software, which will allow you to look backwards into the compliance cycle of an entity that you have added. Just click on Compliance History and after that it will ask you to select the entity and compliance you want to search the history. When you select both, a list of previously filed compliance will come up where you can check the date when you first filed that compliance. These were the features of the analytics page and there will be much more with every new update, which will make your compliance tracking easier than before. A feature that will reduce management work of checking with your each employee for work progress and also giving work progress reports to your clients. Just by some simple steps, you can share your work and also keep a track of it. Go to My Entity and click in Grant Access. That will give you a page where you can share your work with your employees and clients. Type the user ID you want to grant access to in the box. Then select the entity which you want to share. Then select the type from employee or non-employee. After that, select what permission you want to give, read or write. And below this, you can find the entities you have shared with your employees and clients and what type of permission you have given. A unique feature for those who have too many compliances to handle, we have developed a tagging and grouping method for fast tracking of bulk compliances. Let me show you how it is done. First, click on Tag and Group, and two sub options will appear: Add Tag or Group and Associate to Entity. Select Add Tag or Group, and here you can create your own tag and group. After creating a tag or group, go to Associate to Entity, where you will see the list of entities added, and now you can just type in your tag and group name in here and click on Save. After adding the tags or the groups, you'll find that the entities are segregated on your main dashboard. Now that you can easily select a particular tag or group to track these compliances. Some of our extra added features for effortless legal working. First is our doc generator. Clicking on this will take you to a list of documents you can use for yourself. It is very easy to create a document in it. Just click on the category you want to generate the document of, then select the template we have given and edit it with your details and save it. Now your document is ready to use. You can also create your own template so that next time it will be less time consuming for you to generate a specific document. The next extra feature is Password Manager, in which you just have to select the entity and click on List Password. It will list all the passwords that are added in that entity. By this, it is easy to find or edit the credentials of the entity at one place. We usually go onto the government portal to track our trademark status after applying. But in this software, you can do that by just clicking on Trademark Tracker. It will list all the entities with their trademark details as application number, wordmark, proprietor name, class, and most importantly, the status. You can check whether the trademark is registered, objected, and accepted and advertised. This was all with the demo. Hope it was informative and useful. Our software is the only software for compliance management in India with unlimited data storage. Connect with us for more, and we are always open to feedback. Thank you.